All right, y'all. It's February 16th, right? Which means in about 2 weeks, and most people can relate to this, in a little less than 2 weeks, about 13 days from now, your rent is due. Mine is too, on the 1st, right? Comment below if your rent is due on the 1st. How are you going to pay it? Is it already going to be paid? Is it already pre-planned? Bills, rent, lights, water, gas, whatever you got, cable bill, phone bill, all these companies do not personally know you. And they don't owe you a thing. Matter of fact, you owe them. They're doing a service. So I see a lot of people get evicted from their place. Okay, some people are going through hard times right now. You know what I do? How can I say this? Yes, some people go through hard times, others don't. Some people got it easier than others. But all I can say is do all you can do each day. No, that's not going to make you rich. No, I'm not a rich man while I'm preaching this. But do all you can do each day. I'm trying to help. All right? Now, me, I went through a whole bunch of hard times, homelessness, living in the projects, going through all kinds of stuff, right? Living with friends, and whoever else will let me sleep on their couch. You know what I'm saying? I've been through that. All right? When I was going through that, I had no time for entertainment. Even when they was going to having entertainment, I indulged a little bit, but I had no time for entertainment. I had to get myself out of those situations. All right? Now I'm the man of the house. I got a woman. I got kids. Rent has to get paid. I pay for everything. All right? I am a firm believer. And this offends a lot of people when I say this. But I'm speaking on my household, not anybody else's. I'm a firm believer as a man. I'm supposed to take care of the house. The bills. She can take care of the house. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my kids to grow up like the rest of these people. You know, most people are raised by daycare, or they're raised by their grandma, or they're raised by somebody else besides their mother or father. You know what I'm saying? In some situations, it was unavoidable. I'm not speaking on those. I'm talking about the people who choose to live like this. It makes no sense to me. Yeah, but you gotta have two incomes in the house, living in this world, and it's expensive, and this. No, you don't. Get the highest paying job you possibly can get. Whether you like the job, whether it's 15 hours a day, whether it's swinging, and regardless, get it and go in there and bust your butt. Make yourself worthwhile at that job. That way you can have it for a decade or more. You know what I'm saying? I've been in my job since 2012. Busting my butt the whole time. Getting better and better at it the whole time. Making sure I'm worth something the whole time. A lot of people don't like that type of talk. Oh, that means this and that means that. That means no. That means I'm making money and I'm paying my bills on time. You know what I'm saying? There's so many ways to make money nowadays. It's getting easier. But most people are sitting on their hands. Not saying you. If it don't apply, let it fly. I'm not talking about you, right? But you got Uber, you got DoorDash, you could deliver people's groceries. You could get an app, Lyft, whatever. You could get an app and make your own time and go out and do stuff, right? Now, me personally, I like to come home. I got food. I can hug my kids. I can kiss my wife. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Life. A lot of people, they don't believe in that no more. That's how you have money. Oh, no two incomes. If everybody's on the same page when it comes to spending, and when it comes to, you could get in front of a camera, make a video, and get paid for it. That video will get hours and hours and hours of watch time, ad revenue, and I can't speak on that right now because I don't have it right now anymore temporarily. But it's coming back. I'm this close. But you can do this. If I can do it, I don't know how to edit. I know my stuff. What do? I don't usually talk about stuff like this, but it's just on my mind lately, as of late. Rent, bills, things like that, because so many people are struggling right now. You know, you can blame it on this president, that president, this side, that side. I look at mine as if I'm failing, no matter who in office, if I'm failing, that's my fault. That's my fault. Yeah. Whoever in office might make it easier or harder, but guess what? I'm going to always be above average when it comes to my peers. No matter what I do, I am always going to be above average when it comes to my peers. And that's in anything that I choose to do. When I go to the gym, I'm the hardest worker there. Every job I've had in the last 20 years, I'll be 42 in August. Every job I've ever had in the last 20 years, even when I was doing fast food at KFC, I was the hardest worker there. They wanted me there. They needed me there. Same thing in the household. As a man, a provider and a protector. They want me here. They need me here. See what I'm saying? Too many people. They play the same role. They bump heads. Now they can't deal with each other. Everything goes. It's a team. It's a team. It is a team. If Kobe and Shaq was trying to play the same role, they wouldn't have won 3 or 4 rings together. Think about it. Take a second. If Jordan, Pippen, and the Bulls and all of them was trying to play the same role at that time, they had a well-oiled machine. That's why they won so many times. Yeah, they might have had their words afterwards. Like how Snoop talk about Pac nowadays. Afterwards. But at the same time, well, I can't say that was a well-oiled machine. But most things when people are winning have a well-oiled machine that runs. You see what I'm saying? So there's positions. You feel me? There's positions. And if everybody knows their place, the machine can roll. You know what I'm saying? I believe in equality. I don't want to get too touchy because people get offended. I believe in equal opposites. I feel like we're both important the same way, but it's just different roles. If we're both doing the same thing, who's doing the other thing? That's why I'm so healthy, right? She's a big part of me being healthy. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, we have cheat days and go eat trash McDonald's sometimes. Sparingly. But most people, that's their daily diet. Because nobody's at home cooking. Nobody's cooking. Nobody's doing anything. They don't even go outside. Nowadays, the world is, oh my gosh, I don't understand. I make sure my kids go outside all the time. We go to the zoo, we go to the park, we play this, we see bugs, and I teach them things. Like the old days. I'm a little bit of new school, a little bit of old school. There was way more hustle back then. Legal hustle. I remember back in Michigan, we used to shovel people's driveways when it was snowing. I used to cut grass, rake leaves. When I got a little older, I was doing roofing. I was up on top of roofs doing roof. Well, I was an assistant. I was bringing the shingles up the ladder. Them things was heavy. That was hard work. That was hard work. You see what I'm saying? That's. Hey man, to each his own. Live your life. I'm just trying to give advice because these companies that own these lights that's on, the company that's owning my water, they don't personally know me and they don't owe me a thing. If I don't pay them, that's going off. There's another one over there. But still, that will go off. And so many people, they don't pay their bills, even though they have the money to pay it, they spend it on something else. Your car get repoed, and you got your hair done for like $500. And then you get mad at the dude towing your car away, or you get mad at the company that was selling you the car. You didn't pay. Now, if you're struggling to pay and you ain't had the money, you was trying to get the money, that's different. But 99% of the things I've seen, man, because people don't pay, they don't have no responsibilities these days. It's like everybody just thinks that somebody owes them, man. You gotta get up. If you want something in this world, you gotta take it. Not in a bad way, but you gotta get up, get going, work. There's all kinds of jobs. There's jobs that you ain't gotta do nothing really that physical. Get in front of the camera. Get in front of the camera, make a video. You got something to talk about. Most people talk all day. Most people got a lot of drama. Most people can't even, their life isn't fulfilled without some kind of drama. So if they don't got none, they'll start some. Instead of doing that, get in front of the camera. Whatever you was going to say to the other person, say it to the camera. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And your bills will be paid. Well, if you have the money to pay your bills, and the decision is up to you to pay them or not. Oh, pay them. This is from experience. I learned everything I'm telling you. I learned the hard way. Now, there's a lot of times I was making just as much money as I'm making now, right? And I was always in super debt because I couldn't catch up, because I dug a hole for myself that it seemed like I couldn't climb out of. Thank God for me getting out of it. At the end of the day, I believe in three things. Pray, believe, do your part. Pray, then have faith, believe in, and do your part, mean work it, bust your butt, right? If you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try it again. But from experience, a lot of people, my old self included, and I have to keep myself from getting back into that. We have the money and we do other things and we pay our bills late. Late fee ain't no joke. Even worse, if you pile that in with a reconnection fee. I've had times where I had to spend over $1,000 just to get my lights back on. I had to spend about $1,000 to get my water back on before. So I'm not dissing anybody. I'm just speaking on reality. If you stay ahead of things, you stay on top of things, it'll be much easier. Because one thing I learned is there's no such thing, especially financial wise, there's no such thing as standing still. You might think you're standing still, but while you think you're standing still, you're moving backwards. You're either moving forwards or backwards. You know what I'm saying? And when I say forward, I don't mean becoming a multi-millionaire. I'm just talking about staying afloat. I ain't coming on here flossing. I bought 2 cars at the same time. I could come over here flossing, but I'm not going to do that. But the way I was able to do that, buy my car and her car at the same time, is because I stay on things, for one, and for two, we work together as in making sure we don't blow the bag. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you with somebody that won't blow the bag. And make sure you don't blow the bag either. When you blow the bag, you can't pay for stuff. And then when you can't pay for it, it gets taken away. Lights, they can get cut off. You can hustle and bustle and get them cut back on. But most places, if they take your car, they ain't giving it back. You got to start all the way over. You get kicked out of your place, you ain't getting back in that place. You got to start all the way over. And now you got a bad record. Because places usually ask for like 10 years history. Where did you stay? Did you ever get kicked out? Was you ever evicted? Da-da-da-da-da-da. They're going to go through your stuff. And you can lie. Maybe, hopefully they don't really actually look into it and do their job and look into the background. But there's plenty of places that will. We tried to move into a place one time, and we thought our background was squeaky clean. This place was super strict compared to other places, right? Something was on one of our credits. They wanted both. They wanted everything from both of us. Couldn't get the place. Had the money. Had more than the money. Had the first month's rent and the deposit, and it was an expensive place. It's check stubs and it's showing proof of income and all that. Couldn't get it because some years ago. So you have to stay on it. I used to not understand how important credit was. I didn't. I was like, man, shoot, as long as I got bread, credit don't matter. I found that out the hard way years ago. I've been on my stuff for a couple years. That's why I'm speaking to y'all. I'm speaking from experience. For those who are in a situation or those who could get into a situation. If you starting off or starting over, please listen. Pay attention. Your credit is important, just like insurance is important. Being in an accident, a car accident, even if it's not at fault. A lot of people, they had their cars totaled at a not at fault accident. When you got to start over, they're going to ask you about that. And you're going to say, well, I wasn't at fault. You're going to think it was okay. I'm telling you, it's not. Your insurance is still going to be sky high because you got into an accident and totaled the car. Even though you didn't do it. It doesn't matter. Your record matters, whether it's credit, driving record, rent, bills, everything matters. Stay up on it, which means, back to what I was saying, do all that you can do each day. And that doesn't mean be perfect. That just means be better than yesterday. We got to be moving forward. You see what I'm saying? Same thing in the gym. I lost all that weight. I can lift X amount of weight. I'm better than a lot of people. Not better than them as a person. You know? That doesn't mean I'm better than them as a person. I'm better than them at weight loss and fitness and working out and stuff. Because I put my all into it. I'm not just chilling. People be thinking I'm weird when I say I don't talk in the gym and I ain't in there to hang out and treat it like a spa day or treat it like I'm at the club or a party or something. I'm in there just strictly task at hand, working out. But for somehow I'm wrong for that. People think I'm acting funny. Now there's people that don't like me. Hey, you don't like me all you want. I'm going to get mine. And that's what everything in this world, most people who are failing, I'm sorry, it's their own fault. And no, I'm not rich. And yes, I failed a lot of times, 1,000,000 times. But that's when you got to have that tenacity. You got to have that tough, that grind, that gritty. And that don't mean act like a tough guy and be mean to people. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm mean to myself. I'm tough on myself. When you act like that, people get scared. They think you talk about them. No. Talk about me. I'm tough on me. I push myself. Then once I accomplish something, I push myself harder. You heard of them saying, work smarter, not harder, right? And that's basically looking for an easy way out. And I get it. If you find a way of doing something smarter and making it easy, do that. Right? But at the same time, why not work smarter and harder? If I find the key to doing something, I'm going to do it so much that it's going to become, even though it's easy, it's going to become hard. And I'm going to get much more results. Same reason why I'm about to be 42 years old and I'm shredded. Same reason why I'm 164 pounds and I could deadlift over 500 and something pounds. I could bench press. I'm working my way back into my 300s. At 106, I'm about to be at a double body weight bench press. There's only like 1% of the world that can do that. And I'm natural. Why? Because I push myself. Because I find out ways of getting better every day. I plan and I stick to the script. And if that don't work, I back to the drawing board. I regroup. I don't give up. Not perfect, but people would look at you like you think they would look at you like you think you're perfect because you're so much ahead of other people. No, I'm ahead of, like I said, I'm going to be above my peers every time. Not because I'm better than them, because I work harder than them. And I don't give up. I'm going to be above average. That doesn't mean I'm going to be the best in the world. That means, okay, here's average. Anything below it is below average. Anything above it is above average. As long as I'm here, I ain't got to be way up here. Think of anybody you could think of who was great. Jordan, Bruce Lee, or whoever. Why did they stand out amongst their peers? Kobe, all of them. Why did they stand out amongst their peers? Because they trained harder, all of them. They put more effort daily. If they was to slack up, there was people who was close to them. If they was to slack up, whoever was in second, third, fourth, fifth, maybe even 10th place would have blew past them. Because whoever the greatest is, there's always somebody on their heels. Always. But I ain't talking about being better than nobody else. I'm talking about being better than myself. I ain't gonna say you. You can choose whatever you want to do. I'm talking about being better than myself on a daily basis. And taking criticism, well, it depends on who's giving it. You know, some people ain't worthy of giving no criticism. But let's say I'm working at McDonald's. And my manager, let's say I'm SpongeBob SquarePants' position. I'm flipping patties, and Mr. Krabs come in here and say some stuff and say I gotta listen. That's my boss. You know what I'm saying? Until I work and get my way. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like what you're doing, have something on the side. Have something that you can run yourself. Have some. Hey man. But while you there, you chose to be there. You do what you're supposed to do. But on the other hand, your spare time, you see what I'm saying? I don't believe in putting all my eggs in one basket anyways. And I'm trying to make it to where I got multiple forms of income. So, high paying job. Don't matter how hard it is, don't matter how hard the hours is, don't matter. High paying job. As a man, me, myself, then I got to think of my hobbies, my skills, and everything else and try to monetize those. My knowledge. Try to monetize that. My experience. I got years of experience under my belt. Monetize that. You see what I'm saying? Hey, man, I ain't just talking because I got lips, man. Do it. When I lost weight, I used to be 275 pounds. I'm 110 pounds lighter than I was then. I used to be lighter. I actually got down to 140 something one time. I was too skinny. But hey, and plus I built some more muscle since then too. So, So all in all, I lost like 130 pounds still, but all together, you know what I'm saying? From my heaviest weight to my lightest adult weight, 130 pounds, right? 275, 145. No longer 145, I'm at 165, right? So I'm 20 pounds heavier than my lightest weight, but I'm just as lean. I just have more muscle mass. The goal, right? Naturally. And how do I achieve that? Do I achieve that because I'm better than everybody? No. I achieved that because I worked harder than everybody who didn't achieve it. Yes, genetics and this and that and the third, da da da. Yes, you can say that, and yes, that's kind of true or whatever, but it ain't kind of true. It is. But at the same time, there's people who got better genetics than me. But they'll never know because they're wasting their potential. I know a lot of guys in the gym. I know genetics when I see it. I know a lot of guys in the gym with potential. They don't use it. Being there chilling, talking, chatty patty. Nobody does anything. Barely anybody puts forth the first step, and barely anybody follows that with the next step. Nobody's walking. And yes, you're always going to take some steps back here and there. Things are going to happen. Nobody's going to have a perfect journey. But I'm telling you, hey, bills coming, man. 2 weeks. Rent is due. I already got the bread. Not to brag, I'm not rich. But I got the money. I got the money for the lights. I got the money for the rent. I got the money for food. I got the money for gas in both cars. I got the money for all of that. And we don't got food stamps. No disrespect for those who do. I used to have food stamps. I wasn't comfortable on food stamps. Yeah, it's food. Get the same food. But once you're comfortable with that, that means you're chilling, you're good with that. That's not work ethic. Right? Section 8, stuff like that. Some people might need it. No disrespect to them. But leave that for them. If I can work, I'm going to work. If I can teach something, I'm going to teach it. If I can inspire, I'm going to inspire. If I can motivate, I'm going to motivate. And no, I don't talk a lot. Most people talk way too much for me. Right here on the video, that's the most you're going to hear me talking. In real life, people know me because I'm always doing something. When the camera's not on me, or when the camera is on me, a lot of times I do gym videos, and I need to do more of them. I got plenty of them. And you see my work ethic. Look at my workout videos. And I show ups, downs. I show days when I'm weak. I show days when I'm strong. And I tell you both ways. A lot of times when I have a bad day in the gym, if I film it, I'm going to post it. Right? But I'm going to explain it. And you go through the comments. People be thinking I'm complaining. No, I'm explaining. Bad days will happen, but you got to learn from them. So I be teaching people, okay, I did this and that, this is why, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you crying? No, I'm not. Except only when people get in the way. That's the only thing I will cry about in the gym. I don't like that. I don't like that. Do not get in the way. Do not stop somebody else's shine. That is pure evil. And it ain't just the gym. It's everything. Most people act like crabs in a bucket. They'll pull you down. And it's not to pull you down to climb on top of you to try to get out the bucket. No, they're cool being in the bucket. They just want you in the bucket with them. I'm getting out of this bucket. I swear though, man, I'm telling you, man, I am not comfortable in the bucket. Not. Never have been, never will be, never. Even when I was, nah. We got to come up. And money ain't everything. But not being at the end of your rope, that is pretty much everything. That's all I gotta say, man. And I got a son. I got a son and a daughter. So I gotta be an example. It's either I'm gonna be an example or somebody else will. See what I'm saying? I had plenty of different ways I could have went growing up. Being in the streets that I grew up in, there was all kind of influences around. I'm glad that I found some positive ones. They was doing negative things, but they also had positive. They had positive ways of doing negative things, I guess. Be smart about your stuff. They wouldn't let us do the stuff that they was doing. Even though. But no, that's all I gotta say, man. Listen. Every household needs a leader. Leader. Alright? Comment, like, subscribe, share. Holler back at your boy. People talking about something. I wouldn't work. Let it be able to flip around. I know it wouldn't work, so I wouldn't even try it. But shoot, if my woman can take care of me, and she gonna work. That don't work like that, so I'm not even gonna try that. But I would like that. I don't understand people that say I wouldn't want to work. Why? I don't want to do this. I do it because I have to. But if I didn't have to, oh my God. Man, I probably would gain all my weight back. I mean, I'd be in there playing the PlayStation all day. I mean, oh my gosh, y'all don't even know. But I know it wouldn't work like that. I know we get in one argument. Spill some milk. I'm out of here. But now, comment, like, subscribe, share, holler back at your boy. Watch the videos right here. These are my fitness videos. Comment, like, subscribe, share, holler back at your boy. Peace. I don't know you and no, I don't owe.